So this is question number 3, and that's what we're going to try and solve out now. What we want is the expected payoff matrices for each type of player, 1 and 2. This is what my solutions will look like. If you want to pause there. This one's player 1 type 1, the top one. Okay. This question is more tedious than it is difficult. You just need to know how to do it, and then you have to fill out 32 values, which is a bit of a pain. Okay, but let's do it. Okay, so I'll do it only for player 2 type 1 and type 2. So let's look at player 2 type 1 first. Okay. Player 2 type 1 exists in states alpha and beta. And so both what player 1 type 1 does and what player 1 type 2 does will matter to its payoffs. The likelihood of being in state alpha for player 2 type 1, for player 2 type 1, the likelihood of state alpha is 2/3 and the likelihood of state beta is 1/3. Okay. So we make this payoff matrix. The only values we need to fill in are for player 2. Player 2 can play either left or right. This denotes what player 1 type 1 will play, this denotes what player 1 type 2 will play. This is T, B, B, T, and bottom, bottom. Let's look at this box first. This means LT and LT, which means that with a 2/3 chance, we end up here, and player 2 type 1 gets 1 with a 2/3 chance, and then 0 with a chance of 1/3. And so that equals 2/3. Then next you have TB, which means that with the 2/3 chance we end up here, and player 2 type 1 gets 1, and with a 1/3 chance we end up at LB, and player 2 type 1 gets 0. So again we have 2/3. The next one, BT, we end up here with a chance 2/3 at BL, and here at TL the chance 1/3. And so that is going to be 0. And for BB as well, it's going to be 0, because with 2/3 chance we end up at BL, with a 1/3 chance we end up at BL here, and so that's just 0. Now bottom row, where player 2 type 1 is playing R, so against TT we end up at RTR with the probability 2/3, and at TR here with the probability 1/3, so that's 0 times 2/3 plus 1/3 times 1. That gives you 1/3. Against TB you end up at BR with a chance 2/3, and against TB you end up at TR with a chance 2/3, and BR with a chance 1/3. So that's 2/3 times 0 plus 1/3 times 3, which is 1. And I'm just filling out the rest. Well, okay, just 2 more values. Have patience, Ravi. Okay, R versus BT. Okay, that means that with a chance 2/3 we end up here, and player 2 earns 3, and with a chance 1/3 we end up at TR, and player 2 earns 1. And so that averages out 2/3 times 3, which is 2, plus 1/3 times 1, which is 0.33, so that's 2, 1/3. And the last one is against BB, when player 2 type 1 is playing R, where the chance 2/3 we end up here, where player 2 earns 3, with the chance 1/3 we end up here, where the player 2 earns 3, and so the average of that is just 3. Now let's look at P2 type 1. Oh, sorry, type 2. We already saw type 1. Again, against TT, TB, BT, and BB. That you could play either L or R. Okay, but this is going to be easier because player 2 type 2 only exists in state gamma, and so only the actions of player 1 type 1 matter to player 2 type 2. And so what player 1 type 2 does is irrelevant. And so L versus TT is as if it's just L versus T. We can actually ignore this T or B because what player 1 type 2 does just doesn't matter. So LT in state gamma, so TL in state gamma is 0. TL in state gamma is 0. TR in state gamma is 3. TR in state gamma is 3. BL in state gamma gives player 1 and 1. Again, we can ignore these. They're there, but they're irrelevant, and we can ignore them. And BR in state gamma is just 0. Okay. And you can do the same exercise for player 1, both types. And already showed you the solutions, and they're uploaded on Canvas. So that concludes the last video for today. Cheers.